Welcome back to Coldfire Role-Playing Games in the world of Terramentia, our new role-playing game. Today's class for discussion is going to be the Solar Guardian. It is the counterpart to the Solar Witch. They go to battle together, and they are the Queen's elite. Not only her personal protectors, but they also have their own detachments in the Royal Army as well. As an announcement, we've changed the date of our Kickstarter to September 14th. Not a huge change. It was originally September 15th, but this lines up with some advertising and sponsorships we have coming up. We also have some other plans in the works to help get this out to you guys. Our playtesters are hard at work. Please support us and follow us. We're going to keep you as up to date as we can leading up to September 14th. The Elite Solar Guardians are well known throughout Terramentia. You have notoriety as playing this class. People, unless you're hiding it, people know who you are and maybe what you stand for, at least superficially. They're a class that can excel at melee combat and supports that with spellcasting as well. There are a lot of benefits to having a Solar Guardian in your party. Let's find out why. Starting at level 1 as usual, the base health for the Solar Guardian is 12 plus Vitality. You gain this amount every level. They get +2 to Spirit, +1 to Mana, +1 Armor Specialization, and they gain the Armor Specialization Shields. They start with Sunflow City notoriety. This means that people kind of know who you are, again, if you're not hiding it. It also speaks to your time spent training either with the Royal Army or as an elite protector to the Queen. You can pick 4 abilities and spells. You may choose your class attribute as Strength or Finesse, and that will be used to calculate your spirit power. At level 2, the Solar Guardian has the ability For the Queen 1. It costs 2 action points, and this is a resting power. This is something you can use once per day outside of combat to regain some health. You regain health equal to 2 times your fortitude plus your spirit power. This is quite a unique advantage, as not every class has access to this kind of feature. At level 3, you gain Bastion of Terramentia. It costs 2 action points, and once per day, stand as a tower for the realm. Gain +6 to defense for 1 round, and taunt all enemies within 10 feet of you to attack. To resist the taunt, an enemy must succeed at a willpower check versus your spirit power. This is an incredibly defensive option. +6 is a giant amount to defense. It doesn't make you completely unhittable, but at level 3, it's pretty close. At level 4, you gain Combat Master 1. Gain +1 to either defense, speed, or vitality. All 3 of these can have massive impacts on how your character is shaped in the future and will affect future levels. Defense, of course, making you harder to hit, speed making you faster to get into combat, and vitality can exponentially stack your health over time. At level 5, you get For the Queen 2, increasing the amount of health you're able to gain. You also get Demonic Purge. Solar Guardians are capable of doing solar damage, as well as their counterpart, the Witches, and solar damage can be very effective against some demons. With Demonic Purge 1, you permanently do +3 damage versus demons with weapons. At level 6, you have another ability that will help you fight back nether creatures invading from other realms. It's Solar Infused Weapon 1. For 1 action point and 1 mana, you can cast on yourself. Imbue 1 weapon you have equipped with Solar White Flames, adding 1d8 solar damage to attacks made each round with that weapon for 2 rounds. Now that we've gotten through level 6 with some of the baked-in abilities to the class, let's take a look at some of the abilities and spells that are offered to them. At level 1, Solar Guardians can use the Charisma spell, commanding respect as a Solar Guardian, and be very persuasive. They can cleanse food, augment meal, and increase their awareness. But I would like to call out the ability Charge. For 2 action points and 1 spirit, Charge forward up to your max movement in a straight line and make a melee attack. If the attack hits, the target must make a check versus your spirit power or be knocked down. Knocked down targets receive extra damage. I would also like to call out the ability Shield Wall. For 1 spirit, when you or up to 2 of your allies within 5 feet of you are hit with combat damage, raise your shield to reduce that combat damage by half, plus your shield's defense number. At level 2, like most of the more martial leaning classes, they have the ability Reposition. For 1 action point, disengage up to 2 enemies, allowing you to take no attacks of opportunity when moving. Also at level 3, another important ability can be Glorious Presence. For 1 spirit, notice no action points. Just for 1 spirit, you and all allies within 15 feet of you gain +3 attack with weapons for 1 round. Because there's no action point cost, this means it may be cast at any time. And if you're somebody that likes to do damage with spells as well, you can also lean into that with the Solar Guardian. At level 2, you have access to Light Ray. It's an attack for 2 action points and 1 mana. Project a small ray of light dealing 1d8 plus willpower solar damage. A target hit by this attack must make a fortitude check versus your willpower. On a failed check, a target becomes blinded for 1 turn, giving them a -6 on attack rolls. Jumping up to level 5, you have access to an improved shield wall, as well as summoning an ethereal war mount. But here I want to look at the spell Battery, or the ability Battery. It costs 3 action points. Recharge yourself with solar energy stored within you. Gain 2 spirit or mana. You may not have more spirit or mana than your maximum. Battery reduces your movement speed to 0 for your turn, only usable while in combat once per day. Having the spirit and mana to cast spells and abilities is very important. If you're also a selfless protector, you could pick up the Heal Other spell. For 1 action point and 1 spirit, send soothing energy to a target other than yourself to heal them for 1d12 plus spirit power. Here are some other notable spells and abilities as the Solar Guardian levels up. Queen's Orders, Jumping White Flames, Aid, Demon Slayer, Solar Powered. And then as a teaser, our capstone choices are Champion of Terramentia and Sunstorm. Let us know in the comments what you think those spells and abilities are. Thanks for taking a look at the Solar Guardian. It's a really cool frontline class that makes great use of their spells and abilities, and we feel really delivers on the flavor of the protector of the realm and fighting back demons. As always, we appreciate your support. It means a whole lot to us. Please follow us. Look for our Kickstarter September 14th. We'll have some more big news coming up on that very soon, and we'll see you next time.